Good day everyone. I'm going to discuss about the rationale of Module 2 of Physical Education and Health Education. Under the rationale of PE and Health Education, there are four categories that we need to discuss. These are the nature of physical education, the needs of physical education, the legal basis of physical education, the needs of health education. First, we need to know what is the nature of physical education. So, the physical education is far more direct than any other subject in the curriculum. It is because this subject is directly applicable and important to the life of a learner in school, post-school, and beyond. Physical education is an educational method aimed at enhancing human development and success through physical activity. It appears to take place through formal lessons at school, but it often involves informal activities such as playing. This method aims at improving relevant expertise, skills, and understanding and fostering physical competency. However, the emphasis is on the child and their physical activity growth rather than the activity. Physical education leads to individual well-being through the inherent experience of the moment. It is reinforced every day by the awareness, abilities, and the feelings improve self-esteem and well-being grow over time. Physical education is an environment where physical activity is respected and incorporated into everyday life. It is rooted in the three primary axioms leading to these guiding principles. First, individual. Second, social. And the third is inclusive. That's all about the nature of physical education. So we move on for the second categories. We're in the need of physical education. Physical inactivity is a critical lifelong determinant of well-being. A lack of experiences raises to the risk of heart disease, colon and breast cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, anxiety and depression, and other diseases. So, the prevalence of significant risk and illness associated with physical inactivity was identified as a pandemic. The prevalence, health impact, and evidence of changeability all lead to calls for action to increase lifelong physical activity. According to WHO Western Pacific region, 65% of the total deaths among Filipinos in year 2000 and 72% in 2012 were due to non-communicable diseases. In 2018, the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, FNRI, reported that 86% of Filipino high school students in Manila failed to achieve the recommended physical activity level. According to Kalyu and Jaime 2016, the global study indicated that Filipino teenagers are one of the most sedentary in the world because they only engage in physical activity for at least 60 minutes on an average of 1 day per week. So they only have a physical activity only in 60 minutes per day in a day per week. So the need is clear. We need to implement physical education programs to teach youngsters to live an active and healthy lifestyle to avoid non-communicable diseases which are related to an individual's lifestyle. For the third category under the rationale of physical education and health education, the legal basis of physical education. According to Article 1 of the International Charter of Physical Education and Sports, UNESCO Paris 1978, and recommendation. 1. Interdisciplinary region meeting of experts in physical education and sports, UNESCO, Brisbane, 1982. The practice of physical education and sports in a fundamental right for all, and the right should not be treated in different principle from the right of adequate food, shelter, and Medicare. Article 14, Section 19 of the 1987 Constitution of Republic of the Philippines states that, first, the state shall promote physical education and engage sports program, league competitions, and amateur sports, including training for international competition to foster self-discipline, teamwork, excellence for development of the health citizen. Second, all educational institutions shall undertake regular sports activities throughout the country in cooperation with athletic clubs and other agencies. So it's very clear the legal basis of physical education. There are articles that supported the physical education implemented here in the Philippines. So for the last topic that I need to discuss for this video is the need for health education. Why we need health education in our life? Why we need health education in our studies in K-12? Everyone knows that the society is facing a major health crisis caused the COVID-19 pandemic. Most of us prefer to eat too poorly on average, experience too much stress, sleep too little, and exercise even less. These unhealthy habits can contribute to what is commonly known as chronic diseases. And among Filipinos, it is the leading cause of death. The chronic diseases include stress, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and more. And it is growing concern among public health professionals. Why? Because the public health professionals are the one who treated the people caused by the chronic diseases. But even as deadly as these diseases can be, most are also manageable and ultimately preventable. So, according to Valerie Obes, Miami University Associate Professor of Public Health, she said that solution is clear. We need to do more with health education and the health literacy. There is a world out there that needs good, reliable, and valid health information. Also, according to Louis 2018, with chronic disease on the rise among adults, and now that standardized testing has even marginalized health-related subjects in many schools, rather public schools. Finding ways to communicate important health-related messages has become critical. And it's this for more information and awareness. We need more information and awareness for us to know what are the best health for us to avoid the chronic diseases or to avoid any diseases. So, we need to take care for ourselves. Help ourselves to fight the health crisis. That's all for today. I hope you learned something about my discussion. Just remember, we need to take care of ourselves. Help ourselves and fight for ourselves. Thank you. Bye.